Just saying, Chris, how thankful everyone should be eating with.
There. Okay.
I was listening to you. Wait. He's got to stream us
Live
now.
stream.
Everything's on.
All right, thank you. Pat and Judy, it's all yours.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, all around the globe. My name is Pat Parent or Patricia, whichever you prefer. I prefer either or. I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, and I am so thankful to be here. It's an honor that Chris has and Mr. Ash has made this platform for founders feedback and giving us the opportunity to host and co-host a webinar. It's something that's stepping out of your own comfort zone, and I'm loving it. And our topic tonight is about Oblast that was done today, or anything that went on through the week. We are allowing 2 minutes per person so that we can get through lots of people tonight. And please stay on the topics. No negative, no, keep everything positive. Lots is happening, but stay positive. So now I'd like to introduce Judy Ries and let her say a few things. And Chris and Marty, I'm grateful and thankful for you. Judy,
Thanks.
go ahead.
Yes, I'm Judy Ries. I live in Regina, Saskatchewan as well. I've been a founder for a little over a year, which I'm blessed that my friend got a hold of me and talked to me. And that's about all I have to say, other than this is an English speaking program tonight, if I can get that out. And the fellow sitting up in the corner is giving us the nod, so I guess that's awesome. So I will go back to Pat and we can introduce our first caller or drop in, and that is Agnes. You're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you. Very good. Very good. Yeah, thanks for letting me in, everybody. Very exciting. I was finally able to sign up everybody in my team, which I'm glad about it. Now, of course, I'm sure they're still working on it. We're looking for a button that says forgot password, but that's for another day. I appreciate the gentleman that brought his Oblast case. He is just he touched my heart, and I'm just looking forward to hear more about it. I'm on board with everybody and I'm proud of it. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Agnes.
Appreciate it.
That was awesome. I'm glad everyone is keeping to the time limits and staying on topic. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Judy.
Okay, now we would like to introduce Godwin. If you'd like to unmute yourself, Godwin, and welcome to Founders Feedback.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you,
Okay.
Pat. Thank you, Chris. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. And I just want to briefly speak on our launch. Our great leader made a very remarkable statement. And the statement is, to get to the top successfully, you have to take others along with you. That's a statement of a man with vision and passion. And look at it, the founders' feedback that we have the privilege to participate in. The intention is to build capacity. Tonight, I am inspired. Look at Sister Pat. I'm inspired. The other day, Brother Bruce. Our leader wants to build our capacity with the understanding that this project we're into is a global, massive movement. It's not about just money making. It's about impacting lives, uplifting humanity. It is not a mean job. And our leader understands that this requires taking people along. And friends, let's look beyond the apples. A number of us came in because of Apple. But from the first day I stepped into ONPASSIVE and I saw the passion they had of our leader, Ash, I was inspired to conquer poverty and to reshape the planet. So I want to encourage every one of us brand ambassadors. And by the way, the nomenclature brand ambassador is not just given by Dr. Soha to make us feel good. It is to show that this responsibility requires stewardship. And you know who a steward is. When you're entrusted with something, you are expected to handle it with the seriousness it deserves. The apples will come, but the question is, how responsibly are you going to use the apple? If you entrust a car to your teenager, you know what that means. If that teenager is not responsible enough, you are exposing him to danger. And that's what I see our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, trying to be very cautious about. Every one of us that comes in, the apples will come. Let the apple not be our emphasis. The emphasis is how well are we prepared to impact humanity. We are here as brand ambassadors, and the call is to impact humanity with a high sense of responsibility. I want to thank Sister Pat, Sister Judy, Brother Chris, Brother Matty behind the scene for the opportunity tonight. May God continue to bless us all in ONPASSIVE.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was totally amazing. Well said. Well put out there. Thank you, Godwin.
Thank you, Sister Pat.
We are so blessed for what we have with ONPASSIVE, and we do need to be very grateful. And
Absolutely.
and when you say brand ambassadors, we are branding, but the word ambassador means you need to control and be positive about everything. Because the more we're positive, excuse me, the more is going to come. More and more. You build. That's what branding is. That's what an ambassador is lead by example and lead with your heart. Thank you, Godwin. That was awesome.
Yes, thank you. And we have Miss Gina Leva. Please unmute, Jane. Anxious to hear what you have to say.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Pat. Hi, Chris. It's great to be on here. I want to say thank you to Godwin for bringing that up, that the name brand ambassador is not just to make us feel good. It does make us feel good, makes us feel proud, and it's a wonderful feeling, but it's really a call to action, really. And so I'm so glad he brought that up. Beautiful words. I wanted to talk about Oh Bless today. It was just amazing. Wilton, is it Bryson, was just such a pure heart, and I love that he is particularly called to work with people with autism, people who might normally, it takes a certain kind of person to be able to talk with someone who might not be as responsive, right? Might be responding differently, and to having that patience and being able to look into the soul and the heart of someone and realize that, you know, every single one of us has this, I would call it like a divine spark, something unique that each and every single soul has, and no one else is the same. No one else can bring the message that we have inside of us. And that includes people that are born blind, with autism, born without limbs, born without whatever. Look at the World Cup, the opening ceremony, the gentleman who spoke in the very, very beginning. I apologize, I don't know his name, but he was born without a lower half of the body. And he went on, he had parents who supported him. He went on to become an inspirational speaker for the world. He absolutely blew me away, his presence. And here he is sitting there talking to Morgan Freeman, someone who we can all agree has a deep presence. And the two of them sitting and talking together, and it was so profound to me. And what if that young man had not had the support that he received to go on and become and reach that incredible full potential? What if he had been, say, you know, what Wilton was talking about, sometimes people that have special needs are put into facilities because either the parents or the community doesn't know how to support them for 1,000 reasons. And it's not always that they judge, it's that they don't have the financial means, they don't have the background. So what would have happened if he hadn't had that support? So every single person that Wilton is touching, and am I going over time? Please let me know if I am.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Every single person that Wilton is working with and supporting, each one of them has that same unique spark within them, that because he has entered their lives, they are going to be able to bring that forward to the world. I personally want to be a part of that. That is something I'm extremely passionate about, is reaching into every single person's unique expression and finding a way to bring that out to the world. And I'm so touched by everything that he's doing. And yeah, and just that now we'll be able to have the resources to do it. And Ash just said, each one of us is perfect. We are perfect as we are. And if we're not allowed to fully express that perfection, then the world is going to be a lesser place. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I could talk all night about this topic because it's real. I'm really passionate about it. So thank you, Chris, for bringing it. You want me to keep going?
Yeah, because we don't have no hands. So I'm going to let everyone
know.
know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not running a clock. We don't have a lot of hands.
Shocked.
If you want to come on and do a little rapping and trapping, come on, bring it. Bring it. Go ahead, Jean.
Well, if I'll say a few more things until you get another hand. But to everybody who's watching, if you don't have your hands up, if you didn't get to see the Oblast from today, it was just profound. It was real, just a pure-hearted man who just felt called to do something, you know. And I think the words he used were, if not, you know, if not me, then who? You know, if we see something, if something comes into our world, and there might be a knee-jerk reaction to say, oh, I'm sure somebody's already handling that, or I'm sure that's already being taken care of, or I really don't have the skills to take care of that. But if it's coming into our field, and this is a challenge to myself as well, if it's coming into our world, that might be a little nod from the universe to be the one to come forward and do that. And I think the other thing that Wilton had said was, one, reach one, so that we are all one, something like that.
I think it was Janine. Let's reach one. Let's teach one. Let's be one.
Be one. Just the idea of just finding that one person whose life you can change is so incredible, and it's so simple, and it doesn't have to be something big. You know, you're going through cashier line, and the person is obviously having a bad day, maybe stressed out, and you can be the one person who's patient and kind and gives them a smile. So super simple things, and we don't often take the time to do it. But the ripple effect of that is just, that person might go home and treat their family differently because they had someone be a little kinder to them that day, and then on and on and on. So yeah,
Janine,
yeah.
Sorry, Janine, can you remember what ONPASSIVE, the wording that he used for each letter for ONPASSIVE?
I don't remember all of it. So
the O,
opportunity. I remember, so O is opportunity. See, I should have written this down. I'm usually really good with my notes, but I didn't today. It's funny. I scribbled some things, but I didn't write the whole thing out. I'm trying to think of, I remember that some of them were unusual. So if you could start it out, it'll jar my memory, Pat.
Okay. O was for opportunity. N was for never done before. P was for purpose. A was for attractive company.
There were two P's. So he did what was this? Did you get a second P or just the one? Oh no, there's not two. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh man.
two S's, Janine. But not
I used to win spelling bees.
Did you Did you douse the turkey in something yesterday?
No,
thought
I
it was
actually
my
don't eat
dyslexic.
turkey. Okay, so ONP and then A was attraction.
Attractive company.
Mhm,
S is security, your finances.
mhm.
S is superior products, cutting
Yeah.
edge.
Got that.
I was for innovative. V is value. Money always follows value. And E was employment. I thought,
Mhm.
wow.
You're
And I just-
definitely going to, yeah, that's an interesting word, employment, because aren't we trying to get away from it, right, Chris?
But we are all
So-
employed though, you know, whether it's our own business or not, we're still employed. We still
Absolutely.
need to employ and benefit others. Another one that I liked, Janine, was he had said, all you need is passion. And when they trust you, they are your best friend.
Oh, wow. I can
That-
really I can attest to that. And Chris knows this, that my friend Mark, who is
Yes.
he's actually in a bit of a pickle right now, but the when I first spoke to him, and we spoke for about 4 hours, I just felt called. I wouldn't normally do that. I would, I would have an acknowledgement or whatever. I'd go into the store, do my thing, and then leave. I wouldn't necessarily be called to sit and talk with someone that I didn't know. But I did that day, and it completely changed my life. And I now consider him, a dear friend. But he
God
had
bless your
written me
heart.
something. Well, I tell you what, I'm the one who is definitely blessed by that. I just learned so much. But one of the big things was that he did not give me eye contact for quite a long time. He didn't know who I was. He didn't know whether to trust me. And there's a lot behind that. But when he first looked me in the eye, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
That was a really big deal. And I just felt so like I'd really made a difference. Because I don't think he has somebody that will just talk to him for a long time, and he has so much to offer. And if he can keep himself out of pickles, let's just put it that way, then because he's a founder, he's got 4 founder positions, one from me and from engineer Mike. Just imagine the impact that person, once he has the financial means and the financial freedom to be able to get his own place, get transport whenever he needs it, go wherever he needs to go, and start to build up a secure life. He has so many ideas for how he wants to help the homeless, how he wants to teach kids about music and all of this. And he has some struggles. He has some he has Asperger's, so he has some things that are challenges for him in his daily life, and he has really great days, and then he has some really, really hard days, and it's getting through those hard days, and I'm just so excited. He's excited about it. He will attend me. He can't attend meetings right now for multiple reasons, but he would get on the webinars. He's been on a couple of Oblesses. He has talked to our CEO personally on the one Obless. He will watch YouTube videos. He will check his back office. So here's somebody who he has a phone that he has just enough money to keep that phone, though he doesn't have lodging and all of that. But it's that's someone who's going to be a phenomenal founder, brand ambassador. He's going to make a difference in this world, and we as people that are going out into the world and lifting everyone, we get to play a part in that. And every single one of those people, the people that Wilton is working with, each one of them is going to have probably an even bigger impact than just someone coming in wanting to make some residual income, right? That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But the people that are coming in that might have had incredible struggles in life, they're going to feel so empowered and want to give back more and more and more. So I see we have some more hands. So I will I'll be waiting in the wings if anybody wants to chat more. But thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jane. Really appreciate you being here too. I love
Oh,
Thank
it was
you, thank you, thank you.
wonderful,
Yes.
Judy and Pat and Chris. Thank you.
Okay. So I see we have Vikas. Would you unmute, please? Can you unmute? Are you there, sir? Hello?
I sent him, and there you go.
There, okay. Hi, you have the floor, Vikas.
Hello जी नमस्ते
Namaste.
Vikas, you got anything to say?
Vikas, can you talk
हाँ
up?
जी
Can you turn off your music, please? Talk to us. I guess maybe we will come back to
जी
you.
हेलो बात
And we have Sandra Fletcher. Awesome, Sandra. Thank you for joining us. I see your big smile, so I know you're having a good day. There we go. You can unmute and give us some feedback, please.
Yeah, greetings, everyone. Hello, Pat and Judy.
Hello,
Chris,
Sandra.
it's so good to see you all here. Wow. Okay, so I didn't get to watch a lot of, not watch, I didn't get to listen to a lot of the webinar this afternoon, but dealing with OBLESS, it will help so many people that need a care that is needed, right? And there's so many people that need that help. And I know, like, I have been a caregiver for over 25 years, working with seniors and children, and that is my passion. So, yeah, so whenever or whatever need to be done, I will be able to, I can fit in, and wherever is needed, I will be able to fit in and help with the process. Yeah, so we have the green light to go now. So we know that a lot of things will fall into place, and we will just get ready to do what we have to do, right? So let's celebrate, as this is a celebration time on Passive had launch. So let's celebrate, and yeah, blessings and blessings to everyone. And yeah, we are ready to go, get going on all the projects that are out there that will bless humanity and uplift them. Thank you. So good to see you, Pat and Judy.
Yes, I have one thing to say to you, Sandra. Being you've been a caregiver for so long, you would be excellent taking care of me as I age. So I might be moving to Ontario. What can I say? You've got the touch, you've got the compassion, and I love it.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Pat?
Thank you, Sandra. Awesome, awesome. What did you think of the OES? You said you were able to get back in there, and you can't give details, but how did you feel about it?
Oh, it's like I was able to register all my people, right? So it was good, and just maneuvering and looking around and so on is really good. Yeah, I love it.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, Sandra.
You're welcome.
Now we have a dear friend, Listra Tuek. I even got through your last name, and I'm
Good going, Judy. Good going. You're getting there. Chris, take note.
There's no R in your name. Okay.
Hello, everyone. 3 Canadian sisters here. Look at that. And 1 American. You're outnumbered, Jean. We love you anyway. And Chris, of course, my American brother. There he is. It's so good to see you guys this evening. But anyway, yes, today, listening to Wilton, what a guy, and what he had to share just warmed my heart. I was changing sheets because today is my cleaning day. I thought we don't have anything to do on the computer. I'm going to go clean. I had to stop and sit and listen to him because he caught my attention, you know, with what he's doing for those children. And I'm sure some, my phone. Anyway, the adults as well. I have been around autistic children at my old church. Teaching them in Sunday school is no little feat. I mean, the acting up they can do, the screaming for no reason. I mean, the first time I saw and I heard one of them carry on, I thought he was just being a brat, but he wasn't. One of the other Sunday school teachers says, no, he's not. This is what's wrong. I've heard of kids, but I've never been around. I had never been around any of them until then. And we had 2 in church. But one was so bad that he would just, all of a sudden, he would start shrieking. And we couldn't do anything to help him. We had to call his mom out of the service to come to look after him. And she did it so well. I mean, what patience. Yeah, he was her son, but it took a lot of patience to calm that child. My heart stopped every time he screamed and misbehaved. And I kept thinking, Lystra, you've never been around this before. Look, listen, and learn. And I did. And then when I worked in the hair salon, we had this one that came in. His father had to stay home from work and look after him because nobody else could. And there was only one person in there who was allowed to do his hair because he wouldn't sit with anybody else. But even then, the screaming he did, apparently the noise of that clipper somehow irritated their ears or something in their brain. You know, and then I had to go out and purchase a special little clipper for him. And he goes, no, 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 every time he saw it. And I said, listen to this, honey. It is so quiet. You won't feel a thing. And then nobody else could touch his hair. He wanted that little thing that just gave this gentle little buzz on him. Oh my gosh. He looked forward to haircuts after that. It was amazing. It was so amazing. But listening to Wilton today again, I have to say he has the heart. And he will continue working with these children and adults and whoever else that he's helping out there. And we, grand ambassadors, we are here to help with all of this. I know I am, because I know these children and what they go through and what the parents go through with them. We have no clue unless we are around them, until I should say we are around to see and observe with our own eyes and ears. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and share what I know and what I feel. And Chris, let's get all blessed going, my friend. Let's do it. Okay.
Awesome, awesome, Lystra.
Kill it, ladies.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Just going back to before we bring someone else in, I worked with actually managed a group home with autistic women, and You know what? They are the sweetest. Once they have your trust, and that's what Wilton says, once they have your trust, they're your best friend. We did everything together. And when they went to their workshop for their training, they were so grateful. And when they came back to the house, they were so grateful. They wanted to learn to cook. They wanted to learn to clean, even if it was just to wipe the corner of a table. They were so grateful for it. And they thought they did huge. To them, it is huge. To us, it may not be, but that's what we need to share, is the hearts with all these different challenges that everyone has. And I really want to put a shout out to Wilton, because, you know, his journey is when he came to the USA. And after 3 years is when he received a phone call, or someone had talked to him about helping with children. And that was his gift, was to help with the children with AD or ASD. And that's it. Like he was saying, it's a desperate need and services for his community. But I believe it's a desperate need for each and every community, because autism has raised a lot of awareness around the world. So if we keep that in mind, and we keep, you know, the last word, let's keep our chin up. Let's be proud. Let's make someone else to make them be proud. Love mankind is all you need. So I'll leave it with that. And it's just a few notes that I was taking also today from the webinar. And I was grateful. I was in tears because I understood what Wilton was saying, because as I worked with them in a group home. So, and they are the sweetest. They just need to gain the trust. So back to you, Judy.
Okay, thanks, Pat. I see Mamadou Jallo is here. Please unmute your mic, Mamadou, I'm sorry, and welcome.
Yes, good evening, Miss Judy, and good evening, Sister Parent, and good evening to all my beloved brand ambassadors all over the world. Good evening, and thank you all for what you've been doing and continue to do for us. I just want to give some part of, to take part into this noble discussion. I happened to listen to the gentleman this afternoon when he was talking about, you know, his helping hands, his lending to those disabled people. You know, it was very touching, and thanks for his effort. And as for me, I've been in this nursing, this medical care for about 15 to 16 years, working with disabled people. You know, I've worked in both rehab and long-term setting. So I have seen a lot of people, no matter what your condition or status was, you always end up in these facilities. And I've seen how they've been treated. You know, it touches me. For me, I came from Sierra Leone, West Africa. This opportunity our people are having here, we don't have that opportunity back home. I don't know if it's because of poverty or because of family assistance, but we don't have no nursing home facilities that needs to help disabled people. You know, when people get sick, people goes to surgeries, people, you know, become disabled, paralytic. You know, they don't have help unless family help. So since I've been in these facilities, I've seen how these people need the attention of others. So I always have it in my mind that if I have the opportunity, I will establish a nursing home in my country, Sierra Leone, whereby we'll be able to take care of these elderly people, these disabled people. You know, the gentleman was talking about specific set of people, but when you are in this long-term and rehab setting, you deal with every set of people, you know, whether, I mean, teenagers, whether elderly, you know, with different, you know, my fear now, I've been dealing with Alzheimer's, I'm a resident so much that I've become so afraid about my old age. I said, but my dad was 110 before he passed, but he never become, he never had Alzheimer's. So that's what gives me going. But really, these people need help. So my intention is to establish a nursing home in my country, you know, because that will help a lot of people that, you know, because in my country, the hospitals that are there, people can't afford to go there. So most of the care is being taken care of at home by individual and family members, you know, and most of the time when people need more attention, they can't get it because they can't afford. So if I happen to, and now that I become a founder of this noble blessing and I have my captain and I'm the angel of my country, that's one of my dreams, to establish a nursing home facility in my country. And if I want to contribute to the experience of the OES, you know, I'm fortunate to register about few of my account, but when they gave us the weight, the statement about waiting, so I have not gone further. But based on the experience I had, it was seamless, you know, because since you've already had some oatmeal during the beta testing, it's easy when you want to register to the ONPASSIVE ecosystem, because when you log in into your founders website, and then you click proceed, the information, everything already populated into the dashboard. So all what you need to do is just to look through them and see if all of them are correct, and then you enter your password, and then you enter your alternate email, and then you click verify, and then it sends you your OTP, and then you just go to your email, and then you collect and come back, and then select your country, and then put your phone number, and then that's it, you register. It's so simple. But now that they've stopped us to wait, so I have to wait. But if not, I will have continued because it's seamless, you know. And everything else is just to give thanks and appreciation to my CEO and the tech team and everybody that has been playing part into this development. May God bless you all. So Captain Chris, I don't know if you and I will discuss, but this is my intention of establishing a nursing home in my country, Sierra Leone, whereby I will be able to take care of elderly and both disabled and acute residents, you know, because that's my field. I've been there for 15, 16 years. Thank you very much, Sister Judy, and thank you, Sister Parent, for allowing me to say something. God bless you all.
Thank you, and thank you. And
Right
bless.
now, I'm talking to you. I'm in the middle of here providing care.
I break in there real quick, ladies?
Yep.
Mamadou, I
Yeah.
love you, brother. You know that. And I love what
I
you
know.
have to say. I want to let everyone know again, once again, you can now resume trying to reestablish your position in the new center. Ash wants to keep it going. There are some things in there that he's adjusting. We all knew there'd be some hiccups. So he said, keep him flowing, keep him going, and let him do his job. So Mamadou, you feel free to start registering.
To continue. Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. Because that's what I was waiting for, to get a.
We did
Go
have a
ahead.
video that we just posted. I took it down because there's some things in there Ash doesn't want the public to see in the back office. So I believe Marty is working on something right now, and we are hoping to do it on this show. So we'll see what happens. But Mamadou,
Okay.
love you, man. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. God bless you, Captain.
Mama, you really should think about setting up an oblast and doing it through Chris's brainstorming, even if it's for an hour on one of the sessions.
You
Because
see,
you have
yes.
such a great idea and your inspirations are awesome.
Indeed. But the problem with me, is every day, they call me workaholic. I work every day into this, with these people. One thing, they don't want me to be off. Everybody, family members, residents, they don't want, if they don't see me, they are not happy. So that keeps me going, makes me to work almost every day. You all can attest to that. Anytime I'm on webinar, I'll be working, It's not
You're
for the
always
money
working, you're
because,
always
as
driving.
you all know, these facilities, the owners of them, these corporations, they don't, all what they're looking for is for money. And all that, it keeps me, frustrated when they put money more than the people, especially when these people have worked throughout their life, they've owned whatever they have. When they come into these places, oh my goodness, for Medicaid or Medicare to come into their health, unless whatever they have is being utilized before ever, those things. And when they are in here, all the owners, they just focus on money. Oh my goodness. It's so painful when you have the people at heart and then you see the owners, what their focus are is just heart-rending,
Great.
Thank
just
you so much,
heart-rending.
Madhu.
All right, ladies, I got to break in again. I apologize.
No
But,
problem at all.
My little brother needs to say something now. Marty DeGarmo, go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, Marty.
Marty.
Hey. Okay, so as far as signing up for the new ecosystem, I'm not going to have the video ready because there was so much modifications, I got to redo it. By the time I'm done chopping it up, there won't be anything left. But I'll do it over. It's not a big deal. In the meantime, the only way to go to the registration for the new ecosystem is through your back office of OFounders. If you get there any other way, it's wrong. Now, I know a lot of people, many people had gone through the .com site, ONPASSIVE.com. That's not good. It doesn't know who you are when you do that. It thinks you're a customer from BN Sports or whatever. No big deal. They know, trust me. But in the meantime, so you log in, you'll see a little square in the center. All of you have seen it. You click it, it disappears, and it takes you right to the registration. It should be populated your name and your email. So the email's not there. It should be, but it's not. Go ahead, put in the email that you've used to log into OFounder. Just leave out gmail.com. Just take off the back end and let it be omail.ai. It's very simple. Okay. Then you're going to go down and it's going to ask you for a password. You do the password, you do another password, no problem. It wants all the codes and little symbols, so it's hard to detect. Then you're going to take the email that you used originally to log into OFounders and use that for your secondary email. Okay? When you put that in, you're going to push verify. 6 little square boxes are going to show up. You're going to go to that email, and there's going to be 6 numbers, an OTP. You go back, punch in 930-457. You push verify. Now it's verified. You'll see a little green check. You're good to go. Then put in, I believe the next thing you put in is the country and your telephone number. Then you're going to click submit. You'll see the thing spin around a little bit. The next thing that pops up is the login for OBS. Okay, it's right there. You have to go anywhere. Put in your email that you did and put in your password. Boom, you're in. That's it. Now, some of them are not going in and registering that you're under your inviter. Company knows. Keep doing what we're doing. And if they have to, they'll have something set up, maybe a button or something that says, I want to redo this. You click a button, it starts from scratch. Or I know what email it was. I went to ONPASSIVE.com. I know I did it. I want to take it back. Put your email in, they'll delete it. Now it's fresh again. Then go the correct way and do it. That's not there yet, but he's going to work on that. In the meantime, I believe 400,000 or 500,000 people already signed up. A lot of them are correct. So just keep doing what you were doing if you know how. If you don't know how, wait till Monday. You'll get clearer anyway. And there's no race to this. It's not like I get there first, no, you don't get nothing. You're just there first. I have a couple accounts I didn't do yet. I'm not in a big hurry. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, if you do it, make sure the only way is from your OFounders site. Now, when you go back to OFounders in an hour, 2 hours, that little square should be gone. If it's not gone, that's where the problem is. It did not register you under your provider. Just stop right there. Don't do it again because it's going to give you the same thing. Except this time, if you do it again, it's going to say email already taken because the email was already taken. So just stop there. If you go back and that little square is there, it never disappeared, just stop. It didn't work out right. It's okay. You'll get further instructions in the next couple of days. I hope I made sense. I've explained it so many times, like, it's got to be right.
I'm lost. Can you say that again, please?
Oh, shut up, Chris.
Hey, no, because Joyce Hicks, I just think I threw her on here. She was asking, hey, Marty, about says the email is already registered. That's actually a new one.
No, the reason it's saying that is she went back in.
Yeah.
That square was there. She probably clicked it saying, oh, it didn't go through. It did go through. It's just not 100% right. That's where the company's got to adjust it. But we'll know. And when it happens, like I'm saying, if it's done right, when you go back to OFounders, that square will be gone. You're in.
Yeah.
You're in. Like I did my daughters. Okay. And when I went back to look at the people, what do they call them? Friends or your team or no, not team. I don't know what it is.
Organization.
Users.
Users, there it is. She's not registered, and I know she is. I did it. But that's the time it didn't work. So they know which ones work because it says registered. You go to your team or your users, and you'll see registered. Those are the ones that worked. Some people did it. They think they're in, but they're not. That's okay. Alex is working on that with the tech team, and there'll be a couple different ways to either delete it and start over or push a button and it cleans everything out for you and you can do it again. But it'll all be clear. Nobody needs to panic. But don't think, if you're late, that Chris Johnson's getting all your people. It's not happening.
That was the joke I used the other day. I said, thank you for not learning how to register right. I now have 100,000 people on my team. They're all never happened, guys. It isn't going to start until every one of us are in the system, and then bada bing, bada boom. Look out, look out, look out. Here we come. You know, so
Exactly.
we're not
Exactly.
running. There's no, like I said, Ash said it, there's no race, but he is adjusting. So,
Yeah, this is a piece of cake.
send them.
It's a piece of cake for them.
Marty, I have a question for you. After I've registered and I went back into O Founders, checking different things out, you know that purple button comes up and it says you can register. It's on the right-hand side. If you click that, there's a place where you can log in or you can register. So
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But I want to tell you something. If you register correctly, you can actually get the link that goes directly to OMail. You can log in without even going into O-Founders. I don't go to O-Founders anymore once I'm done. But I don't tell people that, because the problem with that is when they get that link and they click, the button says login, but the other button says register. If they click register, they try to register again. Now there's a problem. So I did show it to Chris and I said, oh, wait a minute, I can't put that out there. People are going to try to register again. But yeah, that I know what you're saying. If you click it, you go right to that.
Because I wanted you to verify, because I've had some people phone me and said, well, it won't do nothing. I said, did you hit the register or did you hit the login?
That's exactly right. See, what I'm hoping is when we're done registering and it's good, I want that to disappear. Or the only place it takes you is to log in. You can't register again. You know what I mean? You would think people know, but I've been in here 4 years. People don't know. So yeah, they're trying to make it so that, you know, everything kind of got crammed together. We were running the ads. We're bringing people in. They had to put something up for them. When they did, obviously other people went to the link 96, which is identical to the link that they're using for the World Cup. People started building it in. Hey, I signed up. No, you didn't. You just made yourself a customer. You're not linked to anybody. Oh, man. So Ash took that link away, thinking that would help. But people are always finding a way to register. If you made it very clear, register here, people probably wouldn't do it. But when you make it hard, they're climbing over a mountain to register, and it's not necessary if you just go through the back office of O-Founder. But we'll be okay. It'll all be fixed. It's being worked on now, by the way.
Chris, can I jump in there real quick?
Oh, jump.
Sorry, I don't have my camera on. I was just going to listen in. But Marty, it says alternate email already used. I registered one account. That was perfect. On my second account, I tried to register it. It says alternate email is already used. So I was trying to use like the same email for every account.
You can't do that.
You can't do that now.
You can't do it. No, Joyce. I told everybody you can do it on Monday.
Right.
Monday I was an idiot. Tuesday I realized I was an idiot. You got to have a new one on every one. No, but actually I was told that, believe it or not.
Okay.
And
let me give you an example, Marty. Let me give an example how I did it. Not to cut you off, because you're not an idiot, by the way. I'm going to give you a perfect example. I wrote what I call my $1 trillion logbook, which you can't see because the background's in the way. And I wrote my AOL or Gmail or Yahoo account and my ONPASSIVE emails and accounts. So what I did, and I'm going to use an example, I'm going to use Sandra Fletcher. So Sandra Fletcher, back when signed up for O-Founders, is sandrafletcher@aol.com, right? So now when you go into your new O-mail, you can do Sandra Fletcher and at mailai.com or AI, right? So then you drop down to your alternate, your recovery, and you're going to say Sandra Fletcher at AOL.com. So now your next one, you're going to use that same thing that you did in your book. You don't have to change really nothing. All you gotta do is change the first one to the OMail AI.ai and use that as your alternate. So
That's right.
you're using a different one every time. The first
Right.
time we messed everyone up, we got the wrong information, but that's how I've been doing it. So I use
It keeps it simple. Yeah, it keeps it simple.
and get it in a book and then write it down, because everyone's telling me, oh my God, I forgot. My own daughter forgot. Let's put it that way. Write it in a book, make it clear, let someone know where that book is, just in case. Back to
And
you.
Chris and Marty, I believe too that because with each position is their own business, so they need their own identity. I believe that's why Mr. Ash is doing that.
Absolutely. Now, when he did persona, you could probably use it, and then things got going. And after people started saying, hey, I'm trying to use it, but it's saying it's already used, I went, oh, crap. So then he actually said, no, just use separate ones. But if you use the same email you use for the regular one, like Chris said, it makes it really simple. Marty DeCarmo at gmail.com. I take off the gmail.com and I add, AI. Then I go to the second one and then I use the .com, the gmail.com, and makes it easy to remember, I think.
But I think we really need to tell people not to delete their founders one yet, like, because it's their backup. Even
Absolutely.
as a backup before that, don't delete. Because I have people say, oh, we can get rid of those other ones, but don't. Not yet.
Exactly. Well, we're getting through it. It'll all work out. No problem.
We'll all be fine.
Okay. Any more announcements, Marty or Chris?
Nope, keep going what you're doing.
Okay.
Not right this second, but you never know. No, I'm just kidding. No.
You have a clear field anytime you want it, either one of you. Okay, let's go to Jamaica. Sharon Williams has been waiting right from the start. So Sharon, would you unmute, please, and come on and have some words for us?
Hi, good night to each and every one of you guys. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome.
Welcome, Sharon.
Hi, Chris. Happy belated birthday.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Marty. What I really want to say, I thank God for Mr. Ash for what he has been doing, especially bless, because we have to look at it this way, not because our people are talking about money, but you know what happened with bless? Trust me, it's like when I heard about it, it's like my head lifted up so high to know that, I would say Mr. Ash is such a genius. Because let me tell you something, people are suffering in this world. I have seen it in Jamaica where I live, over and over and over. Once I was doing a charity called Blessed Best for Jamaica. And let me tell you something. I have seen povertyness. I have seen so many things out there, hunger. I have to be going out there buying thousands of dollars worth of food stuff, giving it out to the homeless, to the poor. Oh God, let I tell you something. It is such a pleasure for Mr. Ash to come up with something like that, to help the whole world. It's not about America, but it's about the entire world that we're living in. Because every day, when you look on even the hospitals in Jamaica, they are a disgrace, I'm telling you. Not because I'm living here, but it's the truth I'm telling you. It's the truth. You have young people out there that graduated from high school, go to university, have no jobs. No one look on them. They have nowhere to go from there. You have some turn to drugs. You have some turn to prostitution. You have so many things happening in our country. Rich, sometimes they don't speak about it. They take it and they throw it underneath a carpet. But I am telling you, with all bless, oh my God, I know that I am going out there 100% beside all bless because I have seen it for myself by doing that charity for a period of time. I have seen it for myself, and I know that I am going to help the homeless, children that is motherless, fatherless, the abused female and males in our country. I'm going to do my best. I don't know. It's not about money. We should not think about it that way. We should think about helping each other because we really need help. These kids out here, they really need some help. Turning to drugs is not the answer. So with all of us, we can work together and help out so many countries. So I'm looking forward to be one of the best or blessed person in this team right now because I'm telling you, Mr. Vittel, you have my back, bro. We are coming to help Jamaica. Yes, and Sir Chris, I hope to see you in Jamaica one day.
I love Jamaica. You definitely will see me there.
Oh my God, it's such a beautiful place. It's just because of crime. So we want to deal with that also. We need help. We need help to clean up this stuff out here because Jamaica is so beautiful. I'm talking about the hotels them out here, the beaches, all of those things. Oh my God, the rivers, everything is so beautiful. But because of these people that came up with these things on YouTube, and you know what happened? The kids them follow it and take up guns and all of those things. So you know when Mr. Ash came out with oh joy. You know what happened? It chilled my heart because these kids learn from a tender age. And when they see something bad, they're going to do something bad. If they see good, they're going to do good. So I thank Mr. Ash so much to bring out a beautiful product like Oh Joy. And trust me, I know that a whole lot of mothers out there like myself we're going to love it. We're going to really love it because I have a 12-year-old daughter. She just started high school, very brilliant child, and I know that she's going to go on it also and learn a whole lot. So I thank you all for giving me such a pleasure tonight to be here on the panel to speak some of the stuff that I would love to do with our blessed. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you, everyone. I just want to put a little reminder out there that we're staying on topic as a founder's feedback of the week between the launch and the press conference and the Oblast. If we can stay on topic somehow and keep it to this for this week, we've had lots of times where we can express our gratitudes and everything. So let's continue, Judy, please.
Okay, so we will welcome Sherry Green from Canada. Please unmute.
Hi, everyone. Well, hey, Sharon. So Sharon is one of my Jamaican angels. I have a lot of women that have come on board in Jamaica. And so, hi, sweetheart. I know that you guys are going to make a difference. You're already making a difference. And when you have the money, the world is going to change for you guys. I didn't bother. I just need to, because I just haven't had a chance to, like, if I can, just off topic a little tiny bit, Pat. Yeah, I have a lot of people in Jamaica that are ready to go, and I didn't bother one person about ONPASSIVE. If I mentioned it and they didn't bite, I backed off, except for Maria Myers from Jamaica, and I knew that if I got her, that I would get Jamaica, and so she came on after me kind of saying, Maria, you got to watch this. Maria, you got to watch this. Come on, you got to watch this. Finally, she bit. And so Sharon, thank you for your heart. Thank you for sharing. Oh Bless is gonna change the world, and including Jamaica. So I love you, sister.
Love you too.
Yeah. And I work in, I haven't had an opportunity to listen to the Oh Bless again, because I'm at work, and this is the field that I work in right now. And I work in a group home. I work with mostly high-risk youth that are very violent. Part of the reason that I couldn't go to a blast today was because we had 6 police cruisers at the house today, because one of the kids had an episode and had to be removed from the house. And it was really an awful situation when that happens. The system that I work in my opinion, in my experience, is broken. In Canada, our government, we have a really good government. It takes care of a lot of people, and so there's funding that happens through the government in that. But I just believe that there's a better way of doing it, and so one of the things that I talk about is, what can I do to kind of help in this area, because there's a lot of people that need help, and as a frontline worker, the money, it kind of trickles down to the frontline workers. So you have, the people that are higher up, and then you've got everyone that works kind of in the middleman, whatever. And then by the time it gets down to us, the frontline workers who literally deal with being beaten, I've been stabbed, there's a lot of things that have happened, and I just kind of keep on going, because I love these guys, and I love that I actually get results, because, and this is what I want to say, that this is what these people need more of. They need more gentleness, they need more love, they need more understanding, they need less people that want to control them. They just need to be, and they need people like us in ONPASSIVE to come with our hearts and with our money to figure out a way that we can help in a different way. I believe that this is one of the sectors that is going to get a lot of healing because of the corruption that goes on within. And I know that's a bold statement, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay making that statement. I worked in this field for 20 years. Then I started my business. I worked my business for 15 years. And then during COVID, I came back into the field because I needed to feed my children. And I work a lot. Lots of times I work 13, 14 days in a row, take a day off, get back at it. But I love these guys. And so I do remember hearing Milton talk about a month ago on a webinar saying that he was going to come on Oh Bless. I wish that I would have been on there today, but couldn't. So I look forward to going back and listening to it. And I also look forward to working with people within Canada that want to see some changes in this field. These guys are, they're suffering. A lot of people are suffering, but this sector is suffering. And Chris, I just wanted to also, just on the note of the Jamaicans, I know when I had to pull back because of work, that you helped a lot of the women when they had to troubleshoot. And so I want to thank you for that, for stepping in. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I don't really have much to say about the OES, because I decided that I was just going to chill out and relax and wait for, everybody to get in, and then I'll come in. And I've had a few of the people, the founders that I registered, jump on and made some mistakes, and I just kind of sent out a broadcast and said, whoa, stop, just, anyways, I could talk about this topic for hours. Please let's get out there and change the way that things are done. I think that there's a lot of great people that work in this field. Like I work with some really amazing people, but the problem is that we're not making ends meet. I work that many days, the government takes their big hands and takes a big chunk of it and leaves the rest for me. And so I just see that if we can pay the people or, that are doing the work better so that they can actually live and not choose between, paying this bill or that bill. I've been paying, what's that expression, paying Peter to pay Paul, or taking from Peter to pay Paul or whatever, for 2 years now. 2 years. And I'm ready for a change. I'm ready. So, Marty, look up. Love you, man. Thanks for letting me share. I appreciate it, guys. Have a great night.
Sherry, thank you so much. We appreciate everything you just said. It's great. And yes, we need to work together. Let's connect, Sherry. We're grateful.
Yes. Thank you, Sherry. Much appreciated. Okay, let's go to, we claim her in Canada, but she moved to the States, is Pam Turner. Please unmute, Pam. Come on.
Hello, all of you. First of all, Vitel, love your shirt. Secondly, sorry, I'm stuck on Saturday, or I'm ready for tomorrow. I wasn't able to catch Oblast today, but something that Jean, and please forgive me, Jean, I always call you Jeannie, because I just love that. What you said just now tonight really made me think, because that's when I sort of got to know you and Mark. And it made me think tonight, I hadn't thought of this in years. I used to drive I don't want to say handicap, a wheelchair bus. And I had children going to school. And I had a young man named Adam, and he wasn't able to talk. And he was a sweetheart, but you know what? At first I was really afraid of him. He was about 14 and strong. And I'd be hooking, he was a walk on, but he couldn't talk. And I'd be leaning down to hook up a wheelchair, like this is back in the 80s. And I was hooking up a wheelchair, and he'd grab the back of my coat, but he'd grab my bum too. And he'd like, oh. Anyways, I got to know him better, obviously, with time. And he used to get excited, and he'd bang on the window, and he'd like, it's like, Adam, stop, you're gonna break the window. And then I didn't understand at the time, but he would apologize to me. His conversation, he'd give me a hug. This, like, just sitting there in the chair, I'm driving the bus, and he'd give me a hug. And so, Jean, what you were saying tonight just made me think of Adam from years, like what, 30 years ago? 40? Oh my, 30 something. Anyway, and I thought, you know what? A lot of these people, they don't know how to communicate like we do. And we have to learn how to communicate with them. And you know what? That's all it was I wanted to say. It's getting to know the people that can't speak our language and knowing how to communicate with them. And thank you, Jeannie, because you made me think of all that, and it's been a while. And that's really all I have to say. Oh, I have one other thing. Because this is a blessed night, Cynthia needs some prayer for her granddaughter. I don't know, Pat, if you mentioned it or not, or Judy, but and by the way, you both look beautiful. But yeah, she little pipsqueak. She's like 3 weeks old, maybe not a month, I don't think, and she's on a respirator in the hospital. So we all need to pray for her. And that's all I have to say. Thank you, Chris, Marty, Judy, and Pat. You both look beautiful. Love you guys.
Love you back, Pam. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Rob Gorman. Let's see what words of wisdom you have tonight for us.
I don't know about words of wisdom. I don't know whether to take a cough drop, a mint, brush my teeth, blow my nose, cough. I haven't decided what I'll do first, but I've been trying to do most of that off camera this evening. This is my first time on Founders Feedback.
Awesome.
Both Lenny and myself felt that it was best that we stay in the background and hear from all the people that aren't on every evening or morning. And so far, we think it's worked out well, and we'll probably continue that way. But I could not say something this evening about today's topic. I happened to have had, while he was alive, a cousin, and we called him Cousin Brucey, before Cousin Brucey was a popular name on radio. And Cousin Brucey was autistic. And back then in the 50s and 60s and into the 70s, there weren't special schools like there are today. There weren't special facilities for them to have fun and those kind of things. So Cousin Brucey was home quite a bit. And while we lived in separate cities, we were in the Tampa Bay area and he was in with my uncle in Fort Lauderdale. We did get together on the holidays. And Brucey left, I call him Brucey, he left quite an impact on my life. And the longer that Lynn and I are on this journey with ONPASSIVE, it seems like something from Oh Bless keeps touching our hearts. The autistic thing today, disabled American veterans, which hits me every day because I'm one of them, and we plan to help out the best we can there. The deaf, the blind, other disabilities, that hits close to home as well. And we're going to help along those lines. Oh, I think that was it on that point. Are we on the 2-minute warning drill? I'll probably be done here in a second.
No,
Okay,
keep
well,
going.
that's all I had to say about today, but I would like to say about something about yesterday. And I was blessed to have 3 of my children, an ex-wife, and 2 of my 10 grandchildren came over to my son's house for Thanksgiving. And for whatever reason, none of us communicated what we were going to bring. We did a little bit, but the last thing I remember last night was there were 10 extra pies. I've never seen so much pie. There was a whole honey baked ham left over. There was turkey left over. There was green bean casserole left over. There was mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, you name it, left over. So today, we were going to do it last night, but we didn't feel comfortable doing it. And I actually sounded like a foghorn last night when I left there. Today, my boys took food to the soup kitchen, 2 of them, and provided meals. We hope for probably about 30 or 40 people. So that's the way we like to pay things forward. And it's a pleasure. It's an honor to be on here with you guys. Thank you. And I'll just give a plug for tonight, if I may. This is tonight's topic, if I may. It's going to be vision, value, and victory. And today with Oh Bless is certainly going to become a victory, because we will be lifting as a group, not just 1 or 2 of us or 10 of us, 1 million of us are going to lift up humanity, the ash Mufaraway. And I don't think there's any doubt about that. So while we'll see you at the new top, we're going to do the best we can to bring others to the new top. So see you later. Midnight tonight, Rob Lynn live. Lynn will be there, and I think she's going to talk tonight. So we'll see you guys later. And thanks for all the prayers and thoughts for us to get better. I think we're getting better. We don't sound better, but we are getting better.
Awesome.
I'm Marty.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Greatly appreciate you.
Okay, we'll move right along here to Shaletta Morris. Can you unmute yourself, dear, please?
Hello, a pleasant good night, everyone. It's my first time speaking on this platform. I really appreciate everything that you all are doing. And I know Oh Bless, is gonna be very, very, very massive. I'm telling you, and I can see it. It's gonna be very massive. You guys were talking on the topic about ADHD and autism. My son is artistic and ADHD. And to be honest, I didn't understand him at all I didn't even know that he had it, as a matter of fact, because he was just acting out and putting out a lot of tantrum. And, most times when I talk to him, he would throw down, he would hit himself. But I didn't know, honestly, until when I took him to the doctor and, he explained to me, this is what is happening, and there are times when he speaks and I couldn't understand him, and nobody gave me a manual of how to take care of him or how to understand him. And I realized by loving him and show him that I care. There were times I have tried to get him into schools. No one would take him. They said I have to take him to a special school, which is way in Kingston. So this is something that I really, really want to do, is to get an institution near in my part of the country, to help others out there who want to get their children into school because of the autism and ADHD. Finally, I got him into school. A school decided to take him, and they're working with him, and his speech has improved. I'm understanding him. So that all we need to do is just love them and understand them. That's all they need. A lot of care. And to all the mothers out there, just stay strong. I know it's not easy because I'm facing the same thing, and just keep strong. And thanks to Mr. Ashmafari for coming out with this. I mean, when God has blessed you with a vision, I'm praying that it will impact everybody's life, not just us, but everybody, entire world. And I pray that God may bless him and keep him, and the tech team that are behind him. Thank you very much for listening and hearing me out. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pat?
Thank you, Shelda. Do we have any more hands raised, Judy? I'm not able to see.
Yes, Raphael has been very patient and sitting here smiling and to get on. So welcome, Raphael. Please unmute yourself and let us hear you.
What's up, all? Hey, guys. It just seems like the excitement level in ONPASSIVE keeps going up to a new level every week. But I just want to give a plug into what's been going on with me with the founders registration. I go into the old founders back office, I log in. Once that proceed box pops up, I go, I do what I have to do. I come back to the old founders and that proceed box is still there. What I've been doing is refreshing the page. Once I refresh the page, that goes away. So you can proceed onto your other account if you have more than one account. I just thought I would come in and give that plug-in for those guys that has more than one account and seems to be lagging and that proceed box is staying up too long for you. Just hit the refresh and it goes away. Hey, God bless all. Have a blessed night.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Raphael.
Okay, let's move on to Mr. Johnson. No. Did you have your hand raised, sir?
Me?
That's you're Mr. Johnson.
No, unless Marty's messing with you. I see my brother Vittel with his hand up.
Yeah.
And I know we look a lot alike, but come on.
I don't see any hands from here. Sorry.
Mr. Smart, Patel Smart.
Vittel Smart. Okay, I see it now. I just popped on my screen. So Marty, Chris, you're excused for a minute and we will welcome Vittel Smart. Thank you. Please unmute.
Hey. It's my brother from another mother. How you doing, Chris, Marty? How is everybody doing? I'm looking great, everybody, and I thank you for inviting me in and my participation in this forum. As you can see, I'm all in with my shirt and everything. I'm all in. So I'm one of those soldiers in Oblast that will always be in that army advocating for those who need to be advocated for. And so I listened to that call today with Mr. Wilton Brightson. It was really powerful. I sat there and I listened to him, and all I could hear coming out of his voice was love, passion, compassion, care. And that's what it takes to take care of those ASD people that we have in our society that needs our help. And he came up with some acronyms to deal with the AS for ONPASSIVE. When I look at ASD also, which is autism spectrum disorder, I have seen, I've worked with kids a lot of times in my early days back in Jamaica. I've worked with kids and you know, I love working with kids. I got 3 lovely granddaughters. I'll die for them, take a bullet for them, love them so much. But you know, sometimes I noticed one of my granddaughters, she was a little challenged with her speech, and we thought she was having that problem, but it turned out that we just need to take her to a therapist, and she's fine now. But it's nice to have people who are advocating for those who cannot advocate for themselves, and be the voice of the voiceless. Because in life and in what Mr. Ash is trying to accomplish with us this is what it's going to take. This is what it's going to take with Oh Bless for us to go out there and just for one moment forget about the money, but look at what we can do with the money. Look at what we can do. Because you know the money is coming, so you know we don't have to worry about it. We just start to put some plans together to start to really realize that there are people out there. There are people out there in the artistic community that will need our help. I was just talking to a friend of mine tonight, one of our founders, our brand, what do you call him again? Brand ambassador. Yeah. She had a death in her family, and I went to the wake just early before I came in here. And I supposed to go to the funeral tomorrow, and just to to be there for her. And I was talking to this friend of mine that I met years ago, and she takes care of the deaf community in Jamaica, the deaf community. That's another group that is not catered to at all. And she works at NASA. We all the space, all the takeoff, she's one that provides all the deaf language for NASA. I mean, and she is pretty good at it. And I'm telling you, I am devoting at one position from ONPASSIVE for her, to take care of her, because she's doing a fantastic job with taking care of the deaf community. And if we can just look at, at what these people are doing and how she has that love and compassion for what she does, and she'll take a bullet for these folks, And I'm telling you, when I listen to Wilton, he's the same character, like my friend Diane. And I want to wish Wilton all the best in his undertaking. I know it's you have to have the heart to do it. So I came up with my own acronym for ASD, and you have to have the attitude. A stands for attitude. You have to have the right attitude, the foundation that keep you positive all the time. And the S is for self-esteem. A positive self-image is priceless. And if we don't have it, we need to work on ours, work on yours. And the other thing is discipline. Oh man, this is one of the most powerful tenet in life. If you don't have discipline, you can't do it. If you don't have the discipline, you can forget about it. Because some of us, we can do, but we don't have the discipline to stick to itiveness, to stick with what we do and do it right. I mean, and we know that in ONPASSIVE, we don't cut corners here. If you look at what Mr. Ash does, he doesn't cut corner. He do it first class all the time, all the time. I mean, everything is first class. And if it's not first class, he's not in it because he's in it to win it. And he has to be first class all the way. So in order for us to be first class, we have to have that discipline. I mean, it pays off in results and you must have it to succeed. And so I want to say to Chris, I'm going to be there for you, my brother. I'm putting right now working on a project for taking care of the abused women. All these abused women in society that are suffering. I'm putting a project together for you, and it can work anywhere. And I'm willing to share it, when I'm finished. I've been doing the research already. I put the book here. Here's my book right here. It's my manual, right? And I'm working on it. And it's going to be advocating for women who are being abused. And I'm just there. I'll be there for everything. I'm serious. When it comes to Oh Bless, just count me in all the time. And I just want to thank you very much for this forum, Chris, Marty. You're all doing a fine job. I love it. I'm hooked on it, and I'm going to be there all the way. And I thank you very much. And I'm OUT. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Pat?
Yes, Vital, you're very spot on of everything, because if we don't have the passion and the commitment to continue, that's what you mean by your discipline. Because if Mr. Ash would have stopped, we wouldn't be where we are today. So if we stop with Oh Bless from continuing with our attitudes and our self-esteem, which I have to really thank Mr. Ash for, because it really brought me out of myself, and it gave me a lot of discipline to keep moving forward. And
I just want to say,
sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Mr. Smith.
I just want to say to my friend Sharon, who was on before, kudos to her. I speak to Sharon nearly every day. She's a lady with a big heart, and I'm looking to work with her in the future to do big things. She's going to be one of my advocates, one of my boots on the ground to do things in Jamaica, and everywhere else that we're going to need. She's going to be needed, and I want to say kudos to her for coming on. And even though she didn't turn her camera, but we know you're looking lovely, Sharon. Kudos to you, and God bless you.
Okay, thank you. And I don't see any more hands up. Do you, Pat, or Chris, or Marty?
That looks like Brucey wants to say something.
Yes, I saw his hand up and then he put it down. So Bruce, do you have some words for us of wisdom?
I never put my hand down. Never. Once my hand is up, I'm committed.
Okay.
My shirt
Gotta commit you, all right, Brucey.
I have a t-shirt on now which says that I belong to the No Matter What Club. Okay. And I think that everyone here should understand we are the No Matter What Club in ONPASSIVE. I want to first of all thank Pat and thank Judy for doing a great job tonight. Thank you, Jeannie, for stepping in there and saying some beautiful things. I wasn't going to talk because I got ulcers in my mouth tonight. So I'm talking more like the grandfather or the godfather again, Chris. I had some notifications come up from other groups, and one of them came out, and this guy said, and I'm just going to say this because it's something that a lot of people think because they whine a lot. He said, "Oh, Ash should have we've done this before the World Cup started rather than now." And you know, all I can say about that is, well, things happen in divine order all the time. They happen when they're supposed to happen, and His perfect glory came. The World Cup is not one day. It's not one day, and it's the World Cup. The World Cup is a month, so there's plenty of time. And like I think it's Collins said, everything is fine. So don't worry about that stuff. If you worry, I have an anachronism also for fear. And it's very simple. I was sitting someplace and it came up, and there's a lot of different names for that. But my mind said, my little God mind said, fear is really nothing but forgetting everything's all right. Which means I start to doubt things. But when you have faith and you start doubting it, that's where fear comes in. I don't have any doubt about where we're going, where we are, or what's going to happen. I knew we were going to the top from here. Now, in terms of what happened today, Milton was really wonderful and has had a tremendous heart. I worked with autistic kids when I was in college. I worked in a school for autistic children. And, you know, there's something special about autism that I felt was that they described it like a shell. There's like a bubble around them. In other cultures, they would be seen as divine beings because they were unique and they were special and they were into their own selves. But in Western society, what we do is say, oh, they're different. They can't succeed here. We have to put them away somewhere else and make them different. So they're special. They're not different. They're special. Every one of us is special too. And every one of us has characteristics that are flaws, but we get through them. When you get into a jam, you get frustrated. When autistic kids get frustrated, sometimes they bite themselves, sometimes they hit themselves. They have helmets on, and I work with them. I work with this one kid, Johnny, and every time he didn't want to do something, he would bite his hand hard, and then he would go like that. And the normal thing is to separate him. And what I realized was that was his way of stopping you from getting close. So what I did was tell Johnny, the next time you bite your hand or you close yourself up, I'm going to hold you so you can't get out, because he was supposed to do something. And so I did that. And you know what he did? He started going, meow. He was not comfortable because he had no control. So then I said, when your rulings work, I'll let you go. And he put his hands down, and every time he started again, I would come up to him and he would start to work again. People never knew that was the way to get through to them. I had a kid who was the first time I met him, he came up to me and ran up my whole body, literally ran up my body. And people said, oh, he's very athletic, but he didn't want to play with anybody, he didn't want to do anything. And what I realized was he needs a friend. So what I did was get on the ground and roll wherever he rolled and imitate whatever he wanted. Monkey see, monkey do. And suddenly it was played with him. And so I became his friend. The thing is about all of ONPASSIVE, we need to learn how to play with each other in the way that other people like to be played. Pat may like one way, Gene may like another, Marty may like another. He's got a lot of grandkids he loves to play with. Sometimes they're frustrated, but he loves them. And just like us, you know, sometimes we get frustrated, but we love each other. So what's very important for me to remember is that no matter what, no matter what, no matter what, I will persevere until I reach my goal. And then I will find a new goal, and I will persevere and persist until I reach that goal. And then I will persist until I reach another goal. That's what Ash is doing, persistently finding new ways to stretch us. And he has a divine guide for that. You know, I don't get into religious things here, but this is a spiritually based movement because it's based on humanity, it's based on love. I don't think about clever names for ONPASSIVE. I think that ONPASSIVE, if you define it in a very simple way, you define it as love, compassion, and highly humanitarian. And that's what All Bless is all about. Everyone here, as soon as All Bless came out, I can bet you ball on bottom dollar, every one of you shifted from making money to helping other people. Because inside our hearts, we really want to help people. And the consciousness that we have now, and the thousands of people who show up on these meetings, are all about raising consciousness, raising love, raising kindness in this world. So we have to remember our goal here is the value that we can instill into other people. And remember that no matter what, every single person is valuable. No matter what it is, you just do one little thing great, they're valuable. Well, everybody is valuable. And my father had Alzheimer's. And when he got Alzheimer's, I really realized that he was like an autistic kid. The only difference was both of them knew what they wanted to say, but they couldn't really express themselves. They knew what they wanted to say, but they couldn't express themselves. So one day I came up to my father and I said, Dad, I know you know what you want to say, and I know you can't be heard, but I want you to know I love you. And that's what I do with all those kids. I took a bunch of them. I took 7 autistic kids to my house to meet my Afghan. One of them was a Black kid, and my Afghan had never seen a Black person. He was freaking out, going around the house. He didn't bite anybody, he was afraid himself. And the little boy started crying. And I told him, no, he's just scared too. And then he petted him and they were good. So, the whole thing is about always understanding everybody needs a gentle hand. Everybody needs a gentle touch, a gentle heart. Everybody needs love. And, everybody needs faith in their lives. And when you have faith, you start to believe. Once you believe, you don't need to have faith anymore because you believe. And that belief will follow you through and carry you through no matter what. But, Wilson was a great heart. He's a great soul. And everybody here is a great soul. I always say that God does not play favorites. God loves everybody the same. And God sees everybody like Ash sees everybody as perfect at all times. So here we are, a perfect set of crazy guys and girls, Marty and Chris making funny faces at each other and insulting each other all the time. But it's all out of love, it's all out of joy, it's all out of fun. That big, that 3-letter word, fun, that Susie always talks about. So let's have fun. And thank you, Marty, for doing what you did to show everybody how to do that today. I'm looking forward to having the button that says, made a mistake, please fix, and we can, because every one of us will make mistakes, that's for sure. And mistakes are perfect too. We get some humility from mistakes. So anyway, I want to thank you for letting me indulge myself a little, Chris. I think nobody's had a timer today, but you really are a special group of people going to do special things beyond what anybody has done before. And that's by God's grace we'll do those things. And through our leader and wonderful friend, Ash my fire. That's enough. I'm not going to say about what Ash did and all thank yous and thank yous because he hears that all the time. What I want to say to Chris and Marty is thank you for everything you do. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your love. Happy belated birthday, the turkey boy, Chris. And that's about it. I think my voice is spoken enough. I hope you'll be okay. But one thing I want to tell you why I didn't put the background that's here pretty normal, because we all are heroes. So I put the heroes background on if you can see it, because that's who we are. We're heroes, and we're angels, and we're wonderful, wonderful people in a wonderful world. And this is a brand new day, a brand new life. And I can't wait till we finally get OAS set up and we're all not afraid of freaking out anymore. And everything will be fine. Everything is fine. So anyway, I gotta shut up because I'm so excited. I want to talk, but you know, it's hard to talk when you're the Godfather, right, Chris?
Thank you, Bruce. That was wonderful. It is. You always have words of wisdom for people, and I really do appreciate you. And Pat?
I think there was one more hand.
Yes.
I keep trying. They don't want to come in.
Isn't it?
Preeti is here, Chris.
Who?
Preeti Hendry.
Yeah.
Okay, if you'd like to unmute, Preeti.
Go ahead, Preeti.
Thank you.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello, good day. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for calling me once again. At the day of conference, at that moment, before that, whenever I saw Mr. Ash sir, he looks like so happy while delivering the whatever he wants to say. He looked like so happy, but at this press conference, he was quite, what I feel that he was not so happy. Something was there in his heart. I don't know what is, but he was quite unhappy. Maybe what I feel. From all of us, if anything is bothering the founders, the brand ambassadors who are being panicked for not getting access in OES or whatever it is, I must say they should have patience for make the things happen. Everything will be okay. Have patience, but don't know why they are so panicked. Anyway, I would like to express my gratitude to Ash sir that this universe has blessed this earth with Ash sir. The ability to see, to feel the sufferings of others cannot be ignored. Mr. Ash sir is much capable to see the sufferings of others. He cannot see anyone who are suffering with their struggles and poverty and discriminations and exploitations, and those who are even not getting food for 2 times in a day, not getting equal opportunities to uplift, to grow up. Everyone has the talent to grow up, to come up. But unfortunately, in this world, what I can say, business is business all over the world. CEO is CEO all over the world. But Mr. Asser, the CEO, the engineer CEO, the ocean of compassion, how good he is, how one could be like this. What a kind of man is this? He is a blesser. He is a lifeline for this world. And I must say that being with Ash sir, being part of ONPASSIVE, I can also be much able to help others, those who have nothing. I will really help them. And indeed, I'm doing quite of social work and for the labor women workers. I'm doing my best for them. On this platform, Ash sir, I would like to say, please take care of yourself also, and thank you so much to everyone. Those who are in a habit to give others, those who have nothing, those who are in a dream to do something for everyone, those who have nothing. And if we will develop a habit every day, do something for someone, make them happy, the world will be the place of happiness. Thank you so much, Ash sir. Thank you for calling me here.
Thank you, Preeti. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Okay, Mr. Chris or Marty, do you have any?
We got Emilio. Gene, I've been trying to get him on. Let's bring him up. Last one, Emilio.
Hey.
Hello, Marty. Hello, everybody. Good
Hello.
evening. Oh my gosh, this is my first time on the panelist. I want to say thank you. I want to say good evening. I want to say that I am your friend. Oh my gosh. Mr. Ash, this is what unselfish look like. Most people have a dreams. They keep it to themselves. They build a community. They build legacy to themselves. But I feel so honored for not only for Mr. Ash to share his dream with me, but also including 1.4 million others. That is what a legacy look like. I live in Cold Spring, Florida, in the U.S., but I'm from Haiti. And every time I come into the Zoom, listen to Chris, Marty, Mr. Redford, I look around. I wish I can see more Haitian people into the group. I know that I may not be able to help the world, to help everybody, but I'm here tonight to say that my homeland, Haiti, is suffering. And I'm praying, Lord, that with Oblex, with the opportunity that I will have as a founder, I will do everything that I can to help one. And if each one of us can help one, each one of us can help another, each one of us can help another, the world will be a better place. And that is my goal. That is my commitment to bless, to support as many as I can to make a difference. And I am so happy to be a part of this organization, to be a part of Mr. Ash Dreams. I don't know what I have done to deserve this, but the fact that I am a part of it, I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that we satisfy what he's trying to do. And he cannot do it by himself. He needs us. And on the last founder, the webinar that he did, when he was explaining to all of us about his dream, you could really see the sincerity, what the position that God put him in place to put this together. And he said God did not send him one person, one partner, two partner, three partner, but God sent him 1.4 million partners to help him with this journey. And together we should stay with him. support him. Even when you go to some up, down, to going through some thing, because you can see all the work he's doing. It's human. Sometimes he's gonna have a blue day. He need all 1.4 million to show him the love, to fuel him, to let him know that we're with him. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you, Emilio.
Thank
Pat?
you.
Thank you, Amelia. You're so right. We all have to have the heart, and 1.4 million have it, right along with Mr. Ash. Chris, are we going to shut it down tonight now, or?
No, we're gonna stay up and party all night long.
All
Patty.
right, time to celebrate.
No, you guys did a great job. And actually, look at it's been really weird because we start out with just a little, and then the hands keep coming. So thank you for all the hands. You girls, you know what? First of all, let me get my golden picture. You know, I wish I would have started this. I didn't start this till like the third time we did it. And I'm getting quite a collection. So I need big smile, DeGarmo. Darn, take off your glasses for this picture and get close, right? Big smile. 1, 2, 3. Got it. See, yeah, look how good looking Marty. He's good looking, ain't he?
I know he is. Holy
Oh,
mackerel.
Marty took his glasses off. I should too.
If he wasn't married, no, just kidding.
His wife
Ladies-
is so lucky, I'll tell you.
Ladies, you did a great job. Hey, I didn't have to do nothing. All I did was bring some people in and out, but you took control. You did a great job. You kept everyone smiling. You kept everyone going. Excellent commentaries for just really, really good. I mean, I haven't been let down yet. The only thing that'll let me down if me and Marty ran it, then there'd be a letdown.
Yeah. You don't want us to do it. Hey, both of you did fantastic. You know, the best part is switching over to Ash wanted to do this where people could come up, you know, and come up to the top and do what, you know, it's so much easier to find a diamond when they come to you. You know what I mean? I was digging for years, but now when you guys pop up like this, and I was so happy how many new people we see. Like the gentleman today came on because the first time he talked, another one came on. I'm like, wow. And I thought the other method was good, but not near as good as this as far as getting people to come up. I don't know why it is, but it's really good. You guys did perfect. You were absolutely perfect. And when you're done with this, doing another one will be nothing. You know what I mean? It's the first step. I mean, I make mistakes all day, every day. Once I realize it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. If Chris can do it, anyone can do it, okay?
I told Marty that if I could do it, anyone could do this. And that is the truth. But Robin texted me, Canada ladies.
Oh, I got a question too. This is important. Why is it the smallest group, country-wise, has the most people engaged?
That's
Canada. Canada is kicking.
Yeah.
I said it to Ash. I said, I don't get it. We go to a webinar. I don't care if it's 1,000 Canadians, 1,000 US. 90% of the people on the webinar that are involved in doing stuff are Canadian. It just blows me away. I don't know what it is, but it's no joke. Go to all the webinars and you see Canadian. I'm like, man, did they bring in that many more people? No, not really. It's just the ones that are in. Man, you guys must be in the water or something. I don't know. But
There's no hockey playing right now, so they're all here.
That's it. That's it.
And actually, Marty, we got the word out that Chris doesn't have socks on tonight. So everybody.
Hey, why do you think I'm here?
He was nervous, so I threw her off. I said, you're nervous? I got to tell you something. I'm not wearing any socks today. So see, I wasn't dirty. I kept it clean.
No. Yeah, but he doesn't always keep it clean.
Because I'm a comedian, man.
I've got something really important to say. And he texts me right before I'm ready to talk and says, I'm not wearing any clothes. And I went, oh man. Now you have to say that. Now
I learned that from the Brady Bunch, what, 30 years ago? Remember that? That was how I taught them. So anyway, ladies, phenomenal. You have the last words. Number one, number two, whoever wants to go first, it don't matter to me. You're both number ones.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, my sister. Age before beauty.
And I shouldn't even speak, should I? I'm ready to be buried, apparently, once you're over 50. But anyhow.
Oh, we're both ready then, Judy.
I'm just very proud to be on here tonight. I've been terrified all week, thinking of things to say, and I didn't answer any phone calls today from Pat because I thought, I think I'm just going to back out, but I can't let her down. She's my best friend. And I have you two guys to thank for everything you do. Now I'm going to cry. But anyhow, it's amazing. This journey has been out of this world. If I didn't have founders to turn to a year ago, I don't think I'd be here today. I wouldn't be on the panel, I know, but I don't think I'd be here mentally or physically for what I had to go through until Pat came in and said, look at this. I want to talk to you tonight. Don't cry, Chris. I'm happy now. But don't, just look at this program. And I got on it. I got taken, and I work with Pat just about every day. And we're doing crazy stuff, crazy things. But she's a godsend because she knows so much about ONPASSIVE and about founders and positions. And as you guys do, I know I'm getting long-winded here, but anyhow, thank you. Thank you. And it's a pleasure to have met the two of you and to have our panels on today. Each and every one of them, I send special thanks and prayers out to them. It was beautiful. Thank you.
it turned out fantastic. It had a slow moment, but it just kept going and going. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. Very good.
I saw you yawn once, Marty.
That's because he's up longer than you and I, Judy.
No.
He's yawns all day long.
Yeah, well, no
You want to know,
excuse.
listen, let me tell you why before I give the floor to Pat. Marty's got the most unusual sleeping schedule you've ever seen. He'll talk to me till about 11:30. Me, myself, Robin, and Julie just about every night. 11:30, I say, I'm going to bed. You don't even say goodnight. He's gone. He'll go to sleep for 2-3 hours. He'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he'll do what he's doing on the computer, trying to fix things, help people. Boom. He goes back to sleep again. He wakes back up at 6. Boom. He goes back to sleep at 8. Boom. He wakes me up at 10. That's how he sleeps. That's why he's always yawning. Am I lying? Am I lying? No. So when we say we work around the clock, he works around the clock. I sleep between the minutes he's not sleeping. Pat, the floor is yours.
Pat's following the pattern. But anyhow, Pat, go ahead, dear.
I want to thank Marty and Chris for this opportunity, Mr. Ash. And like Wilton said, one of his quotes, let's reach one, let's touch one, let's be one. And I totally 100% agree with him because our inviter touched us. That was one. We touched another. We teach. And then we be another one. And it keeps growing and growing. And that's how ONPASSIVE has grown to 1.4 million brand ambassadors, one by one by one, and teaching and being that one for that other one. Thank you, Judy, for taking this opportunity and this journey with me. I am grateful for you always. I'm also very, very grateful to Red, Marty, Chris, Julie, Robin, each and every one that stands for ONPASSIVE. And that means we're all leaders, everyone. Some of them have bigger voices like Marty and Chris, but Judy did mute Chris tonight. But that's all in fun and games. And I love it because we all have jokes. We have laughter. I know I'm struggling right now. And probably about 15 minutes ago, I thought I was going to have to leave. But, you know, my good Lord brought me through another session, and I'm loving each and every bit of it. And another one that I just love what Wilton said today, because everything he said touched my heart. We must do the work, just stepping out and touch someone's life. And Oblast is there to help. And that's how I became so involved and so touched with when Mr. Ash brought out Oblast. But I'm learning, I'm not a tech savvy, and I'm learning everything about everything. And I'm grateful that there is all these videos and webinars to go to and learn. And as everyone knows, I don't usually speak a whole lot. I try and do my lives as much as possible, but I always speak God's word because it comes first, you know, in my life. So thank you, everyone around the world. We're all in this together. We stand together, we walk together, we pray together, we're united together. Love yous all. Take care. Thank you again.
Patricia, before you go, that was beautiful words by both you ladies. Manu Miller, or I think it's Manu Miller, she sent you a friend request, excuse me. Her father had, like, I think the same thing as you had, and she said she might be able to help you. So that was one of the first ladies that talked tonight. She goes by a different name, but on her Facebook, it's MINOO MILLER. I think she's on here right now, but.
Manu Miller.
Did you write it down, Judy? You're my secretary.
It's in my head.
Okay.
It's in my head for a minute.
She's under a
M-I-N.
different name, I think, on here.
Yeah, Manu, yes.
Yeah. And her Facebook is MINOO Miller. So you'll see it. She sent you a friend request, I guess.
Perfect. I do want to say one thing, Chris, that on the news tonight, I was really listening because they did their first robotic surgery in Canada.
Really?
And it's 100% success.
What was the surgery? What kind of surgery?
I didn't catch that, Chris. I'm going to listen back at 11 o'clock tonight, and I'll let you know.
Okay. That's cool. Scary, but cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm still asking for prayers for my sister because she's still waiting for hers.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Pat.
And I'm going
All
to
right,
say
ladies.
one more thing before I go.
Go ahead.
Before, in my heart was big enough for my husband for 50 some years. And I didn't realize how much my heart could expand and take in 1.4 million people and make them feel like you are family. I would love to get to all of these countries and visit each and every one, because I know what a thrill it was to go to Canada meet and greet and come face to face with them. Like, it was just a gab fest. We were all so excited, but my heart has expanded so much. That's where I've gained 30 pounds probably. That heart is so big. Sorry,
We all gained weight the last couple of years. We got the Zoom bods right now.
I call it my